Hello, Army of Light, the boots on the ground. It's Shawna L. Francis. Today is May 5th, 2023. Wanted to do a quick check-in today. We've got a lunar eclipse happening tonight. We've got King Charles's coronation tomorrow. A lot of you are asking about this. I did have a chance to check in with the team. Specifically, I reached out to Bashar today about, actually that was last night, to Bashar about what he thought about the coronation. Melchizedek, as you know, kind of preoccupied right now. We've got this big galactic war happening. They've been mostly quiet the last few days. So anyway, I called upon Bashar, and sure enough, he came through. And so I want to go through what he had to say today, but I also want to talk more specifically about King Charles and this coronation and this news here the last few days that he is asking everyone who watches to pledge allegiance to him. So we want to talk about that today, and we'll kind of set some intentions for that. First off, though, I wanted to let you all know that my friend Galactic Ashley, she's here in Portland, up in Portland, Oregon. She's doing an eclipse event tonight, and it looks really amazing. I'm going to go. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to put the link below to the Eventbrite page for this. It's a sliding scale. It's a 2-hour live event. Sliding scale $10 to $45. Anyway, I don't know much about astrology, these eclipses, these gateways, but she is an expert in that, and it sounds like it's going to be really fun. So she's saying here, there will be a guided journey, light language, channeling, gallery style audience readings, and a lot of high vibrational fun. So anyway, that's resonating for me today. I'm definitely going to do this. Okay, 2 hours tonight. King Charles's coronation. This is happening tomorrow. I think it's around 6 a.m. I want to say Eastern time, 3 a.m. Pacific time. You might want to look that up. And I don't know that you have to be completely tuned in to send love and light, but that's kind of what we're asking to do here. It doesn't have to be that exact time. But let's talk about this. So King Charles, what do we know about Mr. King Charles? Well, he is a hive mind human here on the planet, just like his mom, Queen Elizabeth. We learned about all of this through the Queen Elizabeth channelings. I did 44 episodes with Queen Elizabeth here recently. If you haven't seen any of those, I highly recommend you take a look if you're drawn to this kind of information, if you're drawn to these frequencies. Fascinating stuff. So we've got the negative reptilian hive mind control system firmly in place for all the monarchy, that entire bloodline. We're talking, several dozens of people that are part of that regime in this way, King Charles being one of them. So when, this is new, and when he comes around and says, okay, I want everybody to pledge allegiance to me, well, we're going to take pause here because we know how powerful words are. And this has not been done before. And what he's asking here, and you can Google this, it's a lot of different news agencies covering this. The sentence is 2 sentences here. I will pay true allegiance to your majesty and to your heirs and successors according to law. So help me God. Does that just sound so archaic? Cancel, by the way. I'm not really doing that, even though I'm stating that out loud. I read too that people have a lot of mixed emotions about this, and but then some are saying they're happy to be included. One news agency called it tone deaf, and I know that the term tone deaf is kind of a popular buzz phrase around here these days, and it's way beyond tone deaf. This sounds like it's straight out of the mouth of the controlling hive mind force, and I highly recommend that anybody who's watching this, especially if you're in the UK or part of the monarchy, that you really think hard about stating that kind of affirmation out loud. And what does that truly mean for you, and what does this mean coming out of King Charles's mouth? Really, we want to think about this. I kind of tuned in this morning and came up with an alternative pledge, and I want to run that by you. And here's how I would recommend you make a pledge today or tomorrow. In this great time of transition, I pay allegiance to love. I reclaim my freedom and my sovereignty. And with this freedom and with this sovereignty, I claim a world reborn, in balance, in harmony, and at peace. My eyes that see, my mind that thinks, and my heart that feels are in alignment to a higher truth where I am in command of myself. If that resonates with you, you are welcome to state that out loud or write it down. Let's really get some good energy behind that. I'm going to say it one more time. And you can say it along with me if you'd like. In this great time of transition, I pay allegiance to love. I reclaim my freedom and my sovereignty. And with this freedom and with this sovereignty, I claim a world reborn, in balance, in harmony, and at peace. My eyes that see, my mind that thinks, and my heart that feels are all in alignment to a higher truth where I am in command of myself. All right, team, give that a try. Okay, let's talk about the scepter. There's a scepter that King Charles will be holding that is going to have a 530 carat white diamond in the top of this thing. And the scepter was modified to include that diamond, I want to say in around 1700. I did a little bit of research. I don't quite remember exactly how that went, but there's also this incredible orb, this golden orb that's been around since the year 1000 or something like that. So that's going to be part of this. So these very kind of old historic artifacts being brought into tomorrow's coronation, that scepter with that diamond. And this is really a recommendation from Heidi, one of our Army of Light members. She wrote me an email here a couple of days ago about this, where she is seeing us just blasting that scepter and that diamond with white, loving light. So let's make that scepter really a beacon of hope and of change and enlightened love. Just put all of our intention into that. So if you happen to catch this coronation, you get to see it on TV or online or what have you, just pour love and light right into that scepter. And so it'll just be awesome for this hive mind human, this part of the monarchy here, to be holding this scepter that we've infused with such love and light. So I love this idea. So let's do that, team. Let's do that. Okay. Piercing white light energy right into the middle of that diamond so that it emanates out. So just visualize that in whatever way works for you. And you know, we know that Charles, according to Queen Elizabeth, has chosen the light. So after this incarnation, when he passes from this body, he's going to join his mom for the Team Light and work on behalf of the light like his mother is. So let's keep that in mind for Charles, and let's remember too that there's really a lack of free will on his part and for any hive mind human. So always, guys, love, love, love for Charles, for William, for Harry, for all the monarchy who really are victim to this hive mind negative reptilian regime. Okay. And now I want to switch to what Bashar had to say. So last night I was in my hot tub down here in Mexico, and I just thought, Bashar, if you're around, I'd really, really love to connect with you. It's been so long. And I kind of forgot that I had said that. And I don't know, about an hour and a half later, I'm eating dinner and here he comes in. He's ready to go. So I was so thankful. And it's been probably 3 years since I spoke to Bashar. And Bashar, he's famous through Daryl Anka, who's been channeling Bashar for a few decades now. Just a beautiful being. I think he's some kind of a hybrid. I don't know much about his species, but I'm sure the Bashar fans out there can set me straight on that. I said, Bashar, do you have anything to say about King Charles's coronation, or anything to say about the energetics of the planet right now? So Team, we know that through Cassidy's last channeling here from the Galactic Alliance, which is the group of folks from the Galactic Federation of Light whom she's channeling, that they've corroborated with our group at the GFL that the negative reptilians are doing everything they can to capitalize on this coronation, on trying to reestablish their control. They see this all slipping away as the higher dimensional frequencies are coming on, as people are choosing love and light, as people are awakening. They're getting a bit more desperate, and no doubt the negative reptilians are taking advantage of this lunar eclipse and all the energies here to do what they can to keep a grip on humanity's energy. And it's dark and it's heavy, So I said, do you know anything about this? Can you feel into this? Thank you so much. And he says, as I tune in to the king's coronation, the pageantry there, and then direct my perspective to the world at large, I'm actually sensing quite a bit of optimism, quite a bit of love, and a feeling that people are really beginning to see past the superficial, to recognize and also to welcome that which feels more real and truthful. It's a tide that's moving here. That's what I'm sensing. And he continues here. It feels to me that there's a strong desire to let go of heavy, burdensome emotions and energies, trading all of that in for levity and joy, fun, and again, Shawna, that connection to truth. People asking themselves, what's real here? What am I going to buy into, and what am I going to step away from? And for this coronation, compared to previous coronations, it truly marks a planet in a much different place. So remember, guys, 1953 was the last coronation, and that was Queen Elizabeth. So yeah, we are in a much different place here, are we not? He continues here. Sorry for the background noise and the wind that's really starting to pick up. I hope you can hear me okay. He says, this may not be apparent due to much of what's being reported in the news these days. If one decided that all these headlines contain the truth of the state of the planet today, it would be quite gruesome. And of course, all of that is being manipulated to paint a gruesome picture. But from where I stand, Shawna, behind those headlines, behind the tactics being used by dark forces to create those headlines, there is a species who is in fact evolving. Again, the feeling here is old, stagnant, destructive ways of feeling, of thinking, behaving, are being cast aside consciously by many, many people. Again, quite exciting to witness, Shawna. It's beautiful. The negative reptilians are desperately trying to maintain a measure of control of a quickly changing and evolving humanity. They are feeling the squeeze, and has been mentioned to you before. Dear one, their antics are ratcheting up, and they will be doing more and more as time flows to keep the chaos and the instability and all the suffering that comes along with that as active as possible. But the way I see it is there are many people seeing right through this and are choosing differently, and it's wonderful to see, Shawna. So that was a beautiful message from Bashar. I said, thank you so very much. I said, is there anything else you want to add or address directly to the collective, which would be you guys? And he says here, buckle up, team. The waves on this ride will continue to flow. Trust yourselves. Believe in light. Believe in love, and believe in magic. Take deep breaths. Make time for laughter. Make time for hugs. Honor your tears and be patient. Okay, so that was pretty cool. Bashar does talk more about the Galactic War, but I'm going to save that for Tuesday night's video. Okay, team, so there you have it. It was great to catch up with you today. Thanks for watching. Enjoy this lunar eclipse. Maybe I'll see you at Galactic Ashley's event tonight. If you can catch the coronation, just remember to have all this love and light in your heart. Say that affirmation, and let's blast that diamond and that scepter full of our love. Okay, team, I'll catch you on Tuesday, if not sooner. I love you. Mwah.